Hello. Welcome back to the second session for blockchain for supply chain management. I'm Moonwon Chung, and today I want to talk about a few interesting blockchain use cases that improves the supply chain track and trace, the product provenance, and also promotes manufacturing 4.0 concepts. And as a final concluding remark, I want to talk about some emergent areas where we could see more adoption cases of blockchain technologies. Now, we have a company, Maersk, that tries to use the IBM Hyperledger Fabric blockchain technology that allows them to build a more like a consortium type of blockchain, more proprietary kind of network, so that they can allow information sharing across all their supply chain partners and digitalize documentations. This allowed them to build a shipping information pipeline that provides end-to-end visibility and allows supply chain partners to share shipment event information in near real time. They also were able to convert all the trade into a paperless format that automates manual paperwork activities. And in the end, this reduced time and cost involved associated with clearance and cargo movement. They first piloted this concept on an international scale with Dow Chemical, DuPont, Tetra Pak, Port Houston, Rotterdam Port Community System, the Customs Administration of the Netherlands, and the US Customs and Border Protection. As a result, they were able to see a global trade increase of 15% through the reductions of barriers within supply chains. In terms of product provenance, here's another interesting company called Everledger, founded in London 2015. Now, this is a company that adopts blockchain technology to put the lifetime journey for luxury goods on a blockchain network. And since 2015, by 2019, they raised a total of $30.4 million by starting to tackle conflict diamonds, a big issue in the diamond supply chain network, and overcome the inefficiencies of the manual Kimberley process certification. This blockchain ledger enables clients to view, store, search for, and make information available about wine, diamonds, gemstones, minerals, arts, and other assets on demand. For example, for wine, they also pair it with near-field communication technology and connect sensors to monitor the temperature for the bottles in transit or in storage and secure them against tampering. And for diamonds, they store digital records that capture over 40 metadata points, including serial numbers, cut, clarity, etc., and have those available to anyone who wishes to view it. In terms of promoting manufacturing 4.0, there's a company called SyncFab that was founded in San Francisco 2013. And their motto was to become the Uber for manufacturing facilities. What they do is they connect physically dispersed companies and individuals with need for machine shops and equipments. So they built a smart manufacturing blockchain that aggregates all orders and sends requests directly to manufacturers that match the buyer's requirements. They use smart contracts to streamline the procurement process. So completed purchase orders are recorded along with past performance. And so people are able to view the reliability and on-time delivery on the immutable history ledger for all these machine shops. And also the information is codified and access rights are controlled by the central company. And because of this higher level of security, this blockchain network is also used for RFQ bidding processes as well. Another interesting aspect of this blockchain network is that they also benefited from the cryptocurrency technology as well. They generated a private token, a currency to be used on top of this blockchain network to facilitate value sharing within the network. These tokens are used as incentives for manufacturers to place faster bids. Manufacturers can also add tokens as a means of discount to the purchaser, and tokens are also collected as transaction fees on the platform. So not only do they use the blockchain technology to share information, but they also use the cryptocurrency part of the blockchain technology for value sharing purposes. So these are just a few of the examples of companies trying to adopt blockchain technologies and revolutionize how things are done in conventional supply chains and manufacturing settings. Moving forward, we also see some emergent areas where blockchain could play a big role. One would be additive manufacturing. This is because the key piece of information or the key asset transferred within an additive manufacturing network are digital. Additive manufacturing processes require digital assets called digital product definition data, DPD data. And along with the DPD data, scanner and software information can be transferred between multiple parties securely. Blockchain and smart contracts can create a digital thread that lowers the transaction cost between parties within an additive manufacturing network, and also at the same time minimize human interference. This means that this blockchain network can prevent any kind of design tampering. And if the number of prints performed for a certain DPD is very important, then this also prevents any kind of print record tampering as well. Another emerging field could be asset lifecycle management. Now, we can think about complex equipment such as aircrafts and cars, which commonly can change ownership over their lifetime. Blockchain can reduce information asymmetry regarding these kind of asset conditions, especially in like the used aircraft or used cars or even used parts markets. For example, Honeywell built a used parts exchange marketplace for aircrafts. The lifecycle of the product is traced and stored in the blockchain, which is provided as information to potential customers. And this increases the credibility of the parts that are being sold by reducing the information asymmetry barrier in these kind of used part marketplaces. On the other hand, Boeing could use a blockchain network for a different purpose. Currently, they collect data from IoT devices and records the aircraft's entire life cycle on the blockchain, and they use this data as basis for predictive maintenance. They can accurately track and trace the condition of each of the parts and electronical systems inside a complex product, even something like an aircraft, and be able to quickly identify the areas where it requires predictive maintenance. And if you are able to collect that level of detailed data, then such data can be used in promoting or developing a new kind of business model as well. An emerging kind of business model is called product as a service business model, or even equipment as a service business model. SteamChain is a company that collects and stores equipment usage data from their clients and stores that inside the blockchain, so that they can charge usage fees on a use per use basis for their equipment, instead of asking for a huge upfront lump sum purchase fee. And this kind of new innovative business model based on subscriptions or usage rates is we're seeing more and more of these kind of cases emerging in the equipment industry and the manufacturing industry as well. So with this, these are some of the prime, I guess, interesting examples of seeing blockchain being adopted in a supply chain management or a manufacturing setting. And not just limited to these, we can also think about some other kind of blockchain usage cases as well. One thing that recently came out from an academic research was that there could be other reasons why a company would adopt blockchain technology as well. If in terms of supply chain financing, when a company adopts a blockchain technology and increases the transparency of their information and increases the trustworthiness of the company by adopting that blockchain technology, the paper argues that that could actually be used from financial institutions and provide better rates, better opportunities for supply chain financing options as well, because of that reduced risk of the company's operations. So we can think of all these different kinds of blockchain adoption cases, and we see and we can and today I have just introduced just a few of those examples in this presentation. I hope these were useful, and thank you very much.